Hi everyone, I'm April, and you're watching the Tangled Cat Speaks, and this is a crafty edition. So, I'm wearing something that I made, something that was not in the plans. Spontaneous creation. So I was really wanting to start something new. So I ended up going into my yarn stash and found some leftover worsted weight yarns, different colorways, different yarn dyers, and just decided to throw them together. I don't remember what they all are, but we're going to pretend that I do. Now this colorway here, I believe, might have been a Pandia's, oh no, not Pandia's Jewels. This was probably Malabrigo. I don't remember what their worsted weight was called. Rios? I don't remember, but I think this was a Malabrigo colorway, grays and greens. And then this multicolored here that has a lot of white in it was a little, I think it was like a 15-gram leftover of Miss Babs worsted weight. This orangey purpley color, have no clue what it is. Not a clue. Very pretty though. And then this here is like a charcoal gray, almost a black. This is a tweed worsted, and it's got like colorful nips in the tweed. And then this here is, I don't know, a random other color. And what I did was I made the 3/4 granny shawl, and I will put the name of the designer up here. Crocheted, basically like a granny square, but it's only got 3 sides. 3 squared off sides, 2, 3, and then this top part is everybody else in all the other photos on Ravelry that made this. Theirs is like a V. Mine is very open and rounded. I don't know why. I don't care. But it's nice. It's warm, but it just fits over my shoulders, and it's super pretty. And I am so happy because I got some gratification out of it, because the other 2 projects that I'm working on are slow going. I'm still chugging along on this shawl that I'm doing that started out as I can never remember it, or Granny's favorite washcloth or something like that. Started out as that, and I decided to make it into a long rectangle shawl, but that started out as the pattern that I was using. So slowly chugging along on that. Haven't gotten very far from the last time that I showed it. Slow going, very tiny needles, and I keep getting distracted. And then remember this sock? Remember? I was almost to do the toe. These were going to be for me. And then my son said, "Ew, I like it. Are those for me?" Yes, they are. So I had him come over and try it on, because we have similar widths in our foot. And I had him try it on, and it was a little too tight. And then I put it on my own foot, and it was a little bit too tight. And I have a feeling that it's because I was doing this texture where I was purling only the blue strands, the blue stitches, and everything else was knit. And I don't know if that created it, if that made it a little tighter. So I went ahead and pulled back to the gusset to where I had 72 stitches instead of 64. So now, because all of the purling that I've been doing kind of slowed me down, I just decided to leave the top part with the texture, and then up here, or I'm down here on the foot, is just going to be regular stockinette. I don't know if you can, from far away, can see the difference in what the stitches look like. Like these ones are just kind of dots, random dots everywhere. These ones are a little more elongated, but I don't think it's too much of a difference. But because it's stockinette now, I can knit it much faster. So here we go, doing it again. I went ahead and left the leg as the 64 stitches because he does have kind of thinner ankles. So I think that's gonna work out fine. But so now these are gonna be for my son if I ever finish them. That's really all I've been doing. So this is a very short video because I haven't been crafting a whole lot. I am itching to get to these acrylic mohair figuring weight here. No, is it figuring weight or lace weight yarns? I have a whole bunch of these from Knit Picks. Nope, these are not Knit Picks. I think these are Hobie. The Diablo. Yeah, it is Hobie. Look. Diablo acrylic, 40% acrylic, 30% mohair, and 30% polyamide. It's very, very thin, and I was thinking of holding two together and making a lacy, like a short scarf, and then maybe putting a button to keep it together at the neck. So I was going to do that with this, and then I've got two really pale colors. Pale like lavender. Oh, see, these ones are Knit Picks. I went crazy a few years ago and bought a whole bunch of this mohair yarn just because it was a big thing, and I bought a bunch and I haven't used hardly any of it. So I think I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So we'll have two fuzzy lacy scarves, and that leaves me with a couple of other colors in here, and I'm not sure what I want to do with those yet, but maybe I should just continue working on the scarf and the socks and get those done. I just want to start something new. Anyways, that was my very, very, very short update, and I will see you again next time. Bye.